Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
This is coming out right before Christmas, and sometimes I feel like they can't get away from us this month with all of our holiday marketing, right? It keeps coming, but honestly, this is my favorite time of year.
Yeah, me too. We celebrate Christmas year-round at the doll shop. We have Christmas up all the time, but it does feel like a very steady drip of Christmas from VDC this year. And it's so fun having three boxes, actually. I didn't know that. I wasn't quite sure how juggling 3 boxes would be, but it's a lot of Christmas, and I never complain about more of it, frankly. I love Christmas time.
I do too. But having 3 boxes in a month, I know for our customers and also for us, feels a bit like Toad's Wild Ride, where we're like, running around. But the good news is we have everything under control.
Yeah. Yeah.
We really do. We really do, yes.
Yeah. I'm not Catholic.
But we sometimes still pray. I do pray, and one of the things that I am very thankful for when I do pray is that I do think a lot about our blessings and what we have, and I really do feel we were incredibly blessed to get this collection from Ruby Red Galleria, and to have it and to be offering our Christmas Miracle Journey Through Time dress right now. This is our Christmas caroling dress, so we started talking, but they're now seeing this for the first time.
I know, yeah.
We're going to put some pictures on the screen that we also took so that you can see the details, but it is just phenomenal.
Welcome to Chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
I feel completely over the moon with the whole lineup. I won't say it every single month. Eventually,
I might.
Like, you know,
it's okay if you do.
It really is so gorgeous. But I've actually fallen more in love with this over the course of the last month, even like working with it and staging it and playing with it and photographing it and seeing it in the collection. It really is a standout. And I love the fabric. And I mean, the cape is lined. It's a fur trim lined coat. It's so incredible, and we will of course get into all the rest of it soon, but it feels so appropriate to be doing a sort of Dickens homage in something like this. It's breathtaking, and it's an honor to have it for Grace.
It is an honor. When I took this out of, look how big it is. Again, all of your outfits for this entire season are all quite large, and that's so wonderful. It also comes with another beautiful crinoline that we would probably have to charge $16 for this gorgeous crinoline.
Yeah.
A pair of white gloves.
Fingered with a pearl clasp. It's like the gloves are alone. The gloves alone.
$25 value.
Sure.
The cape. It's absolutely beyond, and when you see it, you're gonna know. It's just phenomenal. The top and the skirt are also 2 different pieces. It's just phenomenal.
Well, and I like too that so far this month we've released 2 very appropriate holiday pieces that are not overtly Christmas, and I love that this is like, there's no getting around it. There's no mistaken, it's a Christmas dress.
Right.
And it really is, you know, holly and jolly. Down to the crochet trim around the neck and the sleeves. I'm really captivated by the details. And I also think that the story, which we will later get into, helps to highlight some of the best parts of the dress, best parts of the outfit, and the way that I would envision myself feeling in this if I had the pleasure to. And Grace gets to, so that's fun.
Grace gets to. We are the people that are putting a lot of the adventures together for Grace, but I find myself jealous of her.
Yeah, honestly.
Right?
Yeah.
Because she got to travel back in time to meet Charles Dickens while he was sitting on a bench writing A Christmas Carol, right? Actually writing it. And they had a conversation. How cool is that? In this outfit, of course.
Right. Well, and in the story that you'll read, she realizes what's happening and becomes emotional at this like incredible opportunity to witness an author creating something legendary. Conceptualizing in lifetime, I think, is such an unbelievable opportunity.
To be aware of something, it would be like if we traveled back and we got to meet Charles Dickens, the gravity of that.
Right. The masterpiece.
Sitting there writing that masterpiece, which is such a Christmas classic and gives you all the feels. She feels all the feels, and she knows how important it is. So it is wonderful. Our paper doll of the month, by Diana Vining is so spectacular. She did a wonderful job.
Really?
What I love about our paper doll is that Grace has an open mouth because she's singing.
Of course, right, naturally.
It's a wonderful, I don't know how many we've had where she has an open mouth expression over the years. I really can't think. There might be one or two where she's maybe smiling,
Right.
but not an open
Beyond
expression.
just a smile is very rare.
Very rare.
It's so appropriate, and what a wonderful detail for her to think of. So
Yeah.
thank you, Diana.
Diana did a wonderful job. The undergarments are always superb, and she has a beautiful red bow and a lamp and
I know the lantern I just
lantern. It is so cute. Here, I'll give Christopher this is, again, these are of course small when
There
they
you go.
come inside your box, but the Journey Through Time, there's a Christmas caroling catalog and a lantern. Put it together, it looks so cool.
So cute. She has sheet music for Away in a Manger and Silent Night. This is amazing. I think this is so fun. And even actually, I think as someone who, if you aren't like a celebrator of Christmas, I still think that this is so much fun.
Yeah.
Because the thing that like all wintertime holidays really share in common is a need for cozy and a need for softness and a need for warmth and for festivity and community and joy. And I think that this is such a perfect avenue for that. I don't know. I love Christmas, so maybe I'm biased, but I think this is very effective.
Our customers and viewers love Christmas or the holidays.
Sure.
I know they love it too. So we're all
Good company.
in good company.
Yeah. Doll people for sure.
Doll people for sure. But isn't that a fun printable?
It's delightful.
Diana
And I
did a
love the
wonderful job.
what looks like a leather bound
Yeah.
portfolio for the music to sit in. It's
She thought
great.
it was very simple, but that's what Grace needs. She going back to 1842,
Yeah.
and when Charles Dickens wrote this, and that's what she would have had.
Yeah.
So it's authentic, and we love that. So there are also a couple of illustrations that will come on cards
Beautiful.
inside your box. So the postcard that I love that's coming inside your box says Merry Christmas from all of your friends at Virtual Doll Convention, and there's Grace just running
so
through,
precious.
right? Running through the streets in her outfit.
With poinsettias in her hair. It's so good.
It's so good.
The lampposts with the wreaths, like that's what I'm talking about. That immediately immerses me into this universe. I feel like I'm time traveling with her. It's so exciting to me. And I love the way that she's sort of like daintily carrying the skirt.
Yeah.
It's beautiful work, Diana.
It is beautiful. So you will receive that inside of your box, and then there is another illustration as well.
So pretty. Again, with the sheet music. The cape really, I love the way that it sort of slinks over the shoulders. And she used the actual print of the real skirt, the real plaid
Yes.
in all of this, so that's a fun touch. I love the sort of snowy, wintry background. The sort of vignette around this is really, really nice. And the presence of candles and this teeny tiny little Santa, it's so cute. I think this is everything that I could wish for from something that is capital C Christmas, you know?
Oh, yes. Capital C Christmas. But what really brings it home is the wonderful story. And we were reading this story last week. Look how beautiful Diana was able to get it on the paper. We were reading this last week at the doll shop, and it was on a Friday, and we were about to go home. But it was very cozy, and we were getting emotional as we were reading this story because it, like we said earlier, it speaks to everything that we would want to have during this season, which is mindfulness and awareness and gratitude. And oh my gosh, it is just beautiful. Christopher, what do you think of this story?
It was
Christopher had a lot to do with this story. It's a group effort. Our team puts it together, but it was your idea. Tell them about how it starts. It was.
There's a note somewhere in my phone that I'm one of those people that while I'm grocery shopping or doing laundry or something, I'll get like a zap of an idea and I've got to go write it down, otherwise it'll go away. And there's a notes app something in my phone that's like, well, maybe Grace is going to caroling rehearsal and she's bringing sheet music and then misplaces the sheet music and accidentally grabs this insane book that she found at the library instead. She's transported to, Charles Dickens. It sort of happened by itself, and this was so much fun to contribute to. I was never a great student in school, but I did okay in English. Language arts I enjoyed, and I could often sort of slack on my homework and still get a good grade, so I enjoy writing very much. And it was a lot of fun to collaborate on this and sort of see it take shape and come to life. And I think it also really informs the outfit, and then the costume informs the story, and then the story informs the set, and it's all very intertwined.
Yes,
and
it is. It's beautiful.
I hope that it really breathes the same air that it did here in the shop in your own home when you get to open it.
I completely agree. Chapter 2 is called A Christmas Miracle, and it is 2 pages. Every one of your stories is going to be about 2 pages. The outfits are not going to happen in exact chronological order as far as the time period of the outfit.
Right.
Grace is going to bop around a little bit in her time continuum journey, and some of that had to do with the manufacturing of the outfits too. We didn't have them all at once.
Sure.
And we had some that we wanted to put on specific months to fit the theme of the season and the month and what you would be wearing at that time of year. So that's why she has to bop around a little bit, but it's all going to make sense. Every chapter will go to the next chapter. So at the end of all of this, you could actually publish a little book.
Yeah.
A little 12-chapter book.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. So you're going to love reading this. If you don't tear up, I would be surprised. It is a beautiful story, and it is so well written and so nice.
Yeah.
But let's talk about our pattern of the month.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Tamara. So, I mean, it is beyond. So you can tell that she has been working so hard on this. Tamara texted me this morning and she said, how's the filming going? I can get everything to you by 1 year time. And so I thought, okay, so she's really working hard on this. There's something exciting happening. And I said, oh, that's fine. I just need to know the name of it and a picture so that I could talk about it in the video. And she said, the name of the pattern is Historic Silhouettes. The pattern features a knee-length chemise with a lace-trimmed neckline, front slit and short gathered sleeves, a multi-panel under-bust cinch waist corset with lace-up front and multi-layer cage crinoline. A multi-layer cage crinoline. I wish we had multi-layer cage crinolines for Grace.
Just a big hoop skirt. Well, you can make one.
We might have to,
because God bless Tamara exists.
I know. It's the perfect accessory for many of the gorgeous gowns in season 4, and then there's also pantaloons. So Chris,
I didn't see those.
That's another photo that she sent. It's beyond. It is everything you could hope for. Honestly, if this was the last pattern she did for the season, we'd be
Truly.
She's gonna, I'm sure, create so much more. But the amount of time and effort and work that went into this, it's so much. This is a wonderful Christmas present to our community from Tamara Casey of Designs by Jude.
I say it every time that she really does blow me away, and she continues to up the ante each time. Which no pressure, Tamara. That's not. You're doing an incredible job. But I am shocked by the fact that you do continue to outdo yourself, and this is so beyond. It's beyond. I saw it and was speechless.
And what a treat. How much fun. I know there's a lot of us out there that wish we could sew, and that is the thing about Tamara that she does also is wonderful YouTube tutorials. And the hardest part is just starting. That's the hardest part of anything.
Right.
Is just starting.
Right.
Getting up, getting in there, and starting. So if you want to try it, you can. You can do it. And she's got some wonderful tutorials on her page. But we're going to bring Tamara in and chat about her wonderful pattern. Tamara, come on in, girlfriend.
Club Grace, welcome back, and a very, very Merry Christmas to you. I am super excited to bring you this month's pattern reveal for December. One of the truly enjoyable things about participating in this collaboration is the continual challenge to come up with new and different things that Grace can add to her wardrobe. With the elevated fashions that Rachel is putting out in this historic season, I thought it would only be appropriate to give Grace the correct silhouette. With those beautiful historic gowns in mind, this month's pattern features a knee-length chemise, paired with some delicate pantaloons that hit just below the knee and have a fitted waist, as well as a multi-paneled underbust bustier with lace up front. And to complete the silhouette, a 7-layer cage crinoline. This cage crinoline is something that I've had on my mind for a long period of time, and I'm so thankful that this December's historic silhouettes pattern gave me the opportunity to bring it out. It always brings me so much joy to see what the club members come up with from the patterns each month. I truly hope you enjoy the historic silhouettes pattern. I wish you and your family a very, very Merry Christmas, and I can't wait to see what you make.
Thank you so much, Tamara Casey of Designs by Jude. As you know, she is creating 3 patterns a month for Virtual Doll Convention and working around the clock, working so hard. We are so proud of her.
I can't imagine.
It's amazing what she is able to do.
Truly.
I am also excited that we have some antique, vintagey looking poinsettia paper.
I love it.
For your boxes too. And we also have some beautiful earrings that are going to come inside your box as well. They're being delivered from our factory tomorrow. So those will be a surprise for your box. So we are thrilled with this. We have some great boots. Christopher, don't we have some boots?
Yes, we do. There are some beautiful brown leather boots in the same style that we've released previously so far for last month. So we've got the black and the white with the cork. Now you can offer a really beautiful faux leather, chocolatey rich brown that I think is the perfect color palette to go with something like this. And I found that I really enjoyed staging the Grace number 1 throughout this. She feels like such a really appropriate contender for a sort of Victorian London palette. You know, colors that were produced in garments and things back then were saturated, but they weren't bright. And so I think if you have one of the earlier dolls, something that isn't maybe a statement lip color or a really dramatic eye, something that is neutral on her, I think is so beautiful. And even her hair tone, that sort of like cooler, ashier brown is really flattering. And I think this really, there's something about this costume that seems to physically breathe. It's just alive, and it's so beautiful. And it's beautiful on her.
It is so beautiful. I want to give a shout out to our buddy Mark Tinky too, because Christopher, I can't remember where you were, but you were on vacation for a while, and Mark helped me choose the color palette for the cape, and it is so beautiful. It is lined with, I want to say satin on the inside, or a satiny, very satiny fabric.
Yeah,
but,
it's gorgeous.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It is just.
Well, and the fit too, like it's worth noting, again, this is all ruby red. The jacket style top is really, it fits so beautifully. Truly like a glove. And you've got snaps that physically close it, but then you've got these beautiful little shoe buttons, little black shiny buttons are so sweet. And I really think that for me, the crochet detail is what knocks it out of the park. The gloves are phenomenal and all of it, but it feels like a real garment, actually truly shrunk down. And there's maybe a part of it too that if you can suspend disbelief to think that Grace can time travel, maybe you can also believe in shrink rays, and it feels like a very real tiny little garment. I know. I just love it.
I agree. This subscription is so much fun from start to finish.
Yeah.
I never want it to end. I was telling Christopher, I wish we had started a 10-year subscription. I think there's some of you out there that would actually subscribe to that too.
For a decade.
For a decade. Sure. Come along with us on a fashion journey for an entire 10 years. That would be the dream.
Sure.
Is that possible? Absolutely not. Because to get this off the ground was one of the biggest things we've ever done, actually, with our factory and with all of our planning and the storage of all of these wonderful garments.
Maybe in the future we can do like one complete decade, but
10 years?
Well, maybe instead we do, 1791, 2, 3, 4.
I like that.
We can maybe do 1 year from a single decade, but in the meantime, we can hope and dream and imagination.
We can hope and dream, and we just hope that you're having as much fun as we are. We're having a blast with this. This has been so much fun. We are going to try our extreme hardest to get these wonderful boxes out before Christmas, but it's probably not going to happen. My birthday's actually on the 23rd, and I'm not here, and then Christmas Eve we're not here, and Christmas Day we're not here, because we need some well-earned time with our families as well, and I know you want us to have that. So it's okay to get this after Christmas, because it is phenomenal, and you're going to enjoy the season for so long. This is already, all of them are going to be so many of your favorites.
Yeah.
If you got this after Christmas, you would have no problem displaying this.
Oh yeah.
In fact, a lot of our wonderful friends out there are not going to take them off their dolls. They have 12 dolls and are going to display all of them.
Yeah, as a collection.
The wonderful thing about these big dresses is that they do fit a lot of dolls.
That's true. They're very versatile.
They are.
And they display so beautifully.
Yeah.
If you need an excuse to maybe refine your collection without making it feel sparse, you can have fewer dolls in larger gowns and really fill up the space. And I think this is a really great way to do it.
It is. I was just going to say, and Paul's also filming, and he has been here working a ton. So thank you very much, Paul,
Yes.
with all of the shipping and everything. We appreciate it very much. We are still 3 people, not 6, just 3 people on site here,
Sure.
which is a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle.
It kind of is. It impresses and, amazes me sometimes too, what we can accomplish.
And we have Diana Vining, and we have Dil Hermando in Brazil, and our video editor, Omar, does an incredible job as well. So all very important members of our team.
Yeah.
But the physical members here, it's quite limited.
It's intimate. It's petite.
It's very intimate.
Yeah.
I want to share with you another little Christmas miracle that I thought was so sweet. This little doll. Now, you might remember about 6 months ago, I showed you a really sweet doll that my friend in Ireland, George, made, and it was in the likeness of me in the blue dress around Christmas time. And he sent me another package all the way from Ireland, and he made a Voland-inspired Raggedy Ann for me. This is my favorite Christmas present this year. I haven't received any yet. This is my favorite.
Sure.
It is.
It already first place.
It's already first place.
Sure.
Right down to the blue flower print on her dress, the incredible attention to detail, and he painted her face. She looks like a Voland Raggedy Ann.
She does. Really remarkable.
She is remarkable.
And he's how old?
And he signed the back. He's 13. 13, and he signed the back. George Hackett.
I'm almost jealous of his skills and talents at that young
and
age.
he sent a letter that shows how he sewed the dolls. So hello, it's me, George, again. Thank you so much for sending me the antique dolls. I love them so much and I will always cherish them. As a thank you, I made a Voland-inspired Raggedy Ann doll. I stitched her body with my sewing machine and sewed her dress by hand and hand painted her face. This is what she looked like when I sewed the body pieces. This is what she looked like when I painted her face and legs. So I'm just going to come in here so you guys can see. Hopefully you can see the 2 pictures that he sent. It's just remarkable. I'm still collecting many types of dolls, including antique, vintage, and modern. But at the moment, I'm keeping my eyes peeled for a Chatty Cathy doll.
I wonder who has a Chatty Cathy.
Wonder who has several of them. So we will be sending a couple of Chatty Cathy dolls to our wonderful friend George over in Ireland. But this is so cute, and I knew you would love seeing this for just any time of year, but especially around Christmas. It is just, I've had this little friend by my desk all week since he sent it, and she brings me so much happiness, and that's what dolls do.
That's the whole thing.
That's the whole reason, right?
It should be about joy and fun and love and happiness. And
that's why we do this.
This was, like, even watching you open it was so moving. It's an incredible gesture, and it really speaks to not only what dolls can do for each other, but I also feel such a huge sense of gratitude at being able to do this on a worldwide scale that you can now access and make that connection with people from all over the place. And it truly transcends space and time, and I just feel sort of at a loss for words that again, this is our job.
This is our job.
We get to give and receive joy in such a beautiful, humane way. It's
amazing.
Remarkable.
And our subscribers, we know that you do make financial sacrifices to be a part of the subscription. Some of you are on all 3, which is just amazing. And I know if you're not on it and you want to be, there's FOMO, and obviously we can't run a business without making sales, and so we really appreciate when you do buy our stuff. But just being a part of our community and watching our videos and commenting on our stuff and being here, even if you're just watching and you're not commenting, your presence and your value matters to us, and we are very thankful that you are here and a part of this journey, because this is about love. This whole thing is about love. That's what all this is about. We could find jobs that weren't about love, and that would not be nearly as much fun.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Not as nice.
I don't want to be selling copy machines. I don't want to go into finance. There might be a lot of love in those careers, but it's not for me.
If I can't hot glue dolls down to Lazy Susans, then I don't want it.
Then I don't want it. Truly, we've created. I didn't know where this was going to take us, and what it was going to do. I didn't know Christopher was going to walk in our door. I didn't know that all of these changes in my life were going to happen, and we have figured out a new normal every single year and every single month. We really figure out and ride the wave and evolve and do a lot of things.
A constantly moving, living thing. And I think that's because we do this for people.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the same as crunching numbers or refreshing spreadsheets. I mean, we really work very interpersonally with you, but with each other. And because of that, it's always taking a new shape. And I think that's very exciting.
It's very exciting.
It's a fun challenge, but it keeps things refreshing and invigorating, and I'm inspired, and
yeah, it's wonderful.
It is wonderful.
And you can't put a time stamp or a value on what we do, because when you can touch somebody and bring them some companionship and some joy and some peace,
yeah,
and maybe some relief,
yeah,
from what might be happening on their outside world, even just watching or opening up the box, you can't put a price on that.
I agree.
You cannot, because we all know what it feels like to need a bit of relief, or to need something, or to have to get that thing and feel better. And the fact that we can be the purveyors of that in our little slice of the industry means a lot. So thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you very much. So we hope you enjoyed this box. Again, we're going to be working very, very hard, but don't be alarmed if we have 300 of these to make, and Paul and I are generally the ones that make them. We make a very good team. We get them done really quick, but if we don't get it out by Christmas, we will be here right back on the 26th, fulfilling your orders and getting everything your way. The most important thing is that they're safe and they get to you.
Yes.
And to our wonderful customers in Canada, we're going to get you your packages soon, as soon as everything is resolved with you. So we appreciate you and love you. I enjoyed this video very much. Christopher, thank you.
I feel warm like a cup of cocoa.
Yeah, I love that. Paul, how are you feeling? Paul's feeling pretty good. He concentrates very hard on the video, and he does a very good job.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul. All right, so thank you, everybody. Thank you again to Tamara Casey of Designs by Jude, Diana Vining, Dil Hermando, and all of our wonderful contributors. And we'll see you very soon. We'll see you next year.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Bye.